Let's go live with a knife round. Give you a small peek of that. Penta managed to win it without any problem. So we are ready to start this game straight away. And there we are, the second map between Penta and Na'Vi. Penta were going for the CT side. I have to adjust the scoreline, of course. The first map has been picked up by Penta with a 16-5 scoreline on Mirage. It was a horrible scoreline for Na'Vi, to say the least. They dealt a massive blow to Dignitas earlier on with a 16-2 win, but 16-5 is not that much better. Let's see if they can pull it off on dust2. They are on the B bomb site already, being shut down by Next and Dennis, though. They end up in a 3v4, but just for now, Guardian still tries to fight back. Speedy is down to 6 HP. Flamey takes out Next, shoots Speedy as well, and goes even further, then goes down to Crystal. It's a 2v2, but Guardian picks him off and makes it a 1v2. The bomb is still not planted, and Crystal is coming in from behind. The terrorists don't necessarily expect that from happening, but now they are pretty sure that it's going to be the B tunnel push for Crystal. And even though he's down to 49 HP, he could do some damage here. Guardian dancing around already, letting him get into the bomb site just to put him down with that straight headshot. 1-2-0 in favor of Na'Vi. Pissed around on the terror side in the back, and the CTs picked up 3 frags. They are not going for the major investment. Ah, well. Yeah. Make me lie once again. Scout for Speedy, 5-7 for Dennis, and Next P250 for Crystal, and another 5-7 for NKJ. On the other side, we have 2 AKs for Na'Vi and SMGs for the rest of them. Na'Vi on a straight A long execution. Flamey madly spraying into the smoke, getting flashed a little bit, then getting 2 nice headshots there onto Nex and Dennis. And the rest of the squad is on the occasion as well. They are picking them apart from every direction. 2-0, not losing a single player. Na'Vi trying to do the same that they did against Dignitas. Winning those anti-eco rounds almost flawlessly was one of the key things to keep the CT's momentum and economy as low as possible. Now Penta on a full save except for Dennis with the P250, and the terrorists are on the A long go once again. Edward doesn't even stop, takes down one, Zeus takes down another one, Flamey shoots Crystal in the head. Makes it a 2v5, and C's waiting behind that smoke with his Uzi. He heard Next drop from the box, and even though he runs out of bullets with the last bullet, he disposes of Next and makes it 3-0 in favor of Na'Vi, trying to make up for their weak performance on Mirage, where they were simply shut down by the Penta squad. The Germans with the first rifle round, though. 2 FAMASs for Crystal and Speedy. On the other side, we have that AWP for Guardian, and he's trying to open up already in just holding to middle, and the rest of the squad are on long. They're fighting it out with 3 CTs. Classic duel mode enabled for both teams. Edward and Crystal trade blows. The mortar blows Zeus to smithereens. Crystal with 1, then C's with a refrag and a nade frag for Guardian. Makes it a 3v2. Now C's is down to 4 HP, and Dennis takes Flamey out in middle. It's a 2v2 now. Suddenly Na'Vi losing control over this round, and they try to flash and smoke themselves onto the A platform. They are sneaking through that. Next knows there's somebody on the other side of the smoke. He just doesn't want to shoot, otherwise he could be the one that goes down to the terrorists. Now C's wants to plant that bomb, but they are not sure if Nex is clean, and there comes Guardian with the AWP, takes Nex out, covers his teammate on the bomb, and another one for Guardian. That AWP certainly paid off, and Na'Vi will not make the same mistake that they did on Mirage, when they were simply not able to get that rifle in the hands of Guardian. He is a machine with it, and he can win rounds single-handedly. He just showed us that he basically won that 2v2 situation together with Seized, thanks to good communication and a good shot. Now Penta is down to saving again after that first rifle round, and Flamey and Abward will get the cheese squad out with the Uzis. They're rushing down into long, taking out 3 CTs in the process. And Nex and Dennis are crammed into the CT spawn. Dennis gets 1 frag, but Edward doesn't leave a question who's getting the last one. 5-0 in favor of Na'Vi. Once again, almost flawless anti-eco round for the Ukrainian squad. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. 7 frags for Flamey, 6 and 5 for Guardian Seized and Edward. And on the other side, we have Crystal and Dennis with 3 each. Not too much for NKJ and Speedy, though. Another rifle round coming up. This time Dennis has the AWP. It seems like they have switched Crystal to the rifler. Even though Crystal was an AWP player at the start, it seems like he doesn't feel the AWP anymore. Maybe it was because of the update. NKJ in the meantime blows up Edward and leaves the terrorists with only 4 men trying to build up this strategy. It's going to hinder them a little bit, but they catch Speedy on shore. They draw him back. They force him to retreat, and he doesn't quite retreat as far as he could. Now he just jumps into CT spawn as Guardian catches a glimpse of NKJ, quickly pulls the trigger. That bullet just travels through the body, and then Krista takes Guardian out as he was throwing the smoke for his teammates to get onto the platform. Speedy comes out on top of Flamey, another one for Speedy. Then he goes down to Zeus, and Zeus just a last man standing for the terrorists right now. He's got the bomb with him. He checks A long, and he now wastes a little bit too much time. He wants to have another frag in the back before he goes to the plan, and he spots both of them. This takes Dennis down with a straight headshot, and Zeus puts down the C4 as well. Next on the approach. Next going for the peak. Now knows where Zeus is, but Zeus switches his position up. Now goes for another peek, and Nex spots him. Great play by Nex, considering the amount of experience that Zeus has. Nex played it perfectly and just used his position, used the pressure that he built up with that one jump to let Zeus know where he's at. Then he let Zeus move around and use his own stationary position to take him out. 1-5, the CTs with the first round on the board. Now they need to make it at least 2 or 3 until they can lean back a little bit and enjoy playing this game again. They have so much pressure on them, and they've got 8k on Edward right now. So Na'Vi still have plenty of money to work with for the upcoming rounds, even if they should lose this one. No damage dealt so far in the round. The first nades have not been dealing any damage, and the terrorists will try to execute the B split. The CTs get their players into CT spawn now, and Dennis takes C's out. Another one for next onto Zeus. Great play by the CTs, actually hiding away in the different direction than the terrorists have expected. And they got themselves the first 2 frags. Now it's Flamey, Guardian and Edward to pull it back for the Na'Vi squad. They've got 1 to work against in middle, and he's accompanied by his teammate. Dennis is there, and Dennis takes out Flamey from behind, and Guardian puts him down, but Nex is still there, hanging out in middle, getting the refrag for his teammate. Crystal takes Edward down to 16 HP with that leg shot, and Speedy is there to capitalize on that. 5-2. Penta stringing those rounds together, forcing Na'Vi to take money out of their bank and repeatedly buy up whatever they can. And you see how much damage they dealt to the economy already. And it just needs to survive 1 more rifle round, and Na'Vi could be saving, depending on saves and plans, of course. Crystal with the first frag. Finally, he's back on the AWP, and he's doing his job in quite a good fashion. Picking up that first frag, relieves some stress from the CT's shoulders, and makes them cheer a little bit. Na'Vi crammed up in middle. Dennis coming in from behind, taking Seized out with a good headshot in the dark, and getting back onto the B bomb site, not overextending, just dealing that blow to the terrace and then getting back is so crucial for the CTs. Now Nex drops the bomb in middle. Everything goes south for Na'Vi right now. Zeus gets caught off guard by Dennis. Or actually, Zeus was not off guard, but kind of out of position. And Guardian is the last man. He takes down Speedy. Good smoke shot, but he's already backstabbed by NKJ. 5-3. Penta discuss if they should go for the double AWP before Nex takes it to the next round. And his teammates agree that they should take this free AWP to the next round. They could... they basically get a double AWP setup for free. Now Na'Vi has Tech 9s and a peak to 50 for Guardian. The rest of the squad has Tech 9s. And it could actually backfire for the CTs that they picked up that double AWP setup. Because the Tech 9s are so fast, it's kind of easy to push an AWP with it. Especially if you have a force of players. Now Dennis retreats into middle and takes down one from afar. Speedy is down to 13 HP, but he already has a frag in the bag. Flamey, even though he disposes of NKJ, he's not able to deal any more damage to the CTs. And Penta show Na'Vi that they are as well capable of taking an anti-eco round without too many losses. Now one player is okay to give up. Not too much to worry about. 4-5, only one more round separating the two teams, and Na'Vi is forcing it up again. They are not having any money left though. Possibly a drop for a teammate or something like that in this round already. I think Edward was the bank of the Ukraine, and he definitely cashed out to his teammates. Our first good double nade onto Crystal on short. He tried to get a peek into lower dark, but there's nobody showing up for him, so he retreats back into the A platform, switches his position, lets NKJ take that over. And actually there was some small miscommunication on who is going to cover what. NKJ is now caught in a hard spot. If they should attack from short and A long, he would be alone basically, because his teammates are down in the CT spawn. But it's not going to happen. Na'Vi take it to the B bomb site where Dennis is at in middle, taking out Zeus, then rolling off another shot onto C's. Nex is there to help his teammate out on the reload and takes out Flamey. 2v5 situation. Na'Vi looking like they completely changed. 3 rifle rounds in a row and they couldn't do that much damage at all. Not even a 1v1 or a, you know, a 1vx situation, 1v2 or something like that. Maybe 2v2 situation. Nothing like that right now. Speedy pushes through the terrorist lines already. He hears one of them and he doesn't know where the other one is, so now he gives away his position to Edward, and Edward covers Guardian greatly. Good job for the two Ukrainian players. Even though they're running out of time, they will at least hold on to the rifles for the next round. 5-5 now. Penta drawing that game, and they already won the first map 16-5. If Na'Vi fail to pick up another round in this one, it could be really dangerous for them on the second half on dust2. Penta is definitely a team that is able to upset those bigger names, maybe more so on online games, but you have to argue Na'Vi is not feeling too good online. They have showed that and said that as well throughout the whole career. Even the 1.6 squad didn't like it too much, so you could argue that Penta maybe feel better online, even though they are just as good on LAN, and maybe that Na'Vi is not feeling as good online compared to their LAN performances. The Ukrainian squad just tries to keep the damage from getting worse and worse right now. They want to have that map at least. They couldn't win the first one, now they need to pick up the second one. And they're trying to go for the B bomb set. It looks to be successful, at least for now. Let's see if they can hold on to the bomb site as well. Chris gets flashed horribly. He Oh, no, it was Dennis, actually. I just saw the AWP, and Dennis takes down Flamey. Now the Terrorists lack one player, and the CT's on the doorstep of retaking already. C's just used the jumping hitbox on into his favor and gets rid of one more CT that was pushing into the bomb site. Dennis, though, it's still not has enough. Still doesn't have enough with his first. He's picking up a second one, but C's covers his teammate on the plan. Zeus puts down the C4, and C's takes the covering. He's got 3 frags on the board, and NKJ is the last man for the CTs. He's switching up his angle of approach, but he's taken care of by C's with that AWP that he picked up between the frags. 6-5 now. Na'Vi back on the board after lengthy winning streak for the CTs. It was about time for the Terrorists to pick up another round, and now they are on the kind of scoreline that makes them look good. If they pick up 1 or 2 more rounds, it would be really nice for them. Guardian with their first onto Dennis through the door from the Terrorist spawn. The CTs are weakened, especially on the B bomb side. They don't have that space to move around anymore. Edward, on top of that, disposes of Crystal on A long, and now it is basically a 1-1-1 split for Penta. 1 in middle, 1 at B, 1 at A. Whichever side Na'Vi picks, the player that they meet needs to go huge for Penta. There's no way around that. If they want to have a chance at this round, the opening frag exchange needs to go their way. Na'Vi are thinking about attacking the A-bomb side. NKJ makes his presence known by taking out C's, but Guardian with a straight refrag, drawing it back to another 2-man advantage in favor of Na'Vi. And Nex and Speedy are at least together, but they don't know where the bomb is taken right now. They split each other up. One is still in lower B tunnels, and one is pushing up into A short. I think they are just trying to get exit frags and figure out where the bomb is planted, and they want to keep Speedy alive with that AWP. There is Speedy covering his teammates back, not letting Edward get through, and maybe push into A short from middle. Now 3v2. Nothing else is going to happen anymore. The CTs are not determined to retake. The Terrorists are not necessarily eager to dispose of the remaining weapons. So in the end, we have 2 weapons saved for the CTs and 3 for Na'Vi. Looking at the money. Well, let's do that in a second.
Terrorists win.
Looking at the money right now, you can tell the CTs are not in full control anymore. After that 5-round streak, Na'Vi took over, and they gladly took the driving seat. Now they are on a roll, and Penta tries to keep them at bay with that FAMAS for NKJ, a 5-7 for Speedy. Na'Vi, though, with a full buy and the A execution, or the A long aggression, taking that positional advantage into their favor, and of course that rifle advantage as well. Now I thought that they would take this position. Yeah, now they do. They leave Edward behind together with Guardian, and now they try to use the remaining players on basically anywhere. They could actually push middle, or try to make it look like they would push middle and draw the CT's attention away, so Edward has an easier time to slip through. Edward is now pulling it back again after being on the verge of crossing to the A platform. They just wanted to bait a CT into peeking Guardian, and they did it, and they did it successfully. Crystal takes out Guardian. Now Edward is left alone in A long, and he doesn't have anyone to work with. He doesn't have any nades anymore either, so he's basically left for dead over there. He needs to fight his way out with a headshot against an AWP player like Crystal. Going to be hard, especially as NKJ takes out 3 in a row. Oh my god, that FAMAS was just too good. And Crystal with another shot onto Edward will finish off the round. 7-6 NKJ with a triple kill in A short. Stopping the Na'Vi push into the A bomb site, not allowing them to get anything on the board after that 2-round streak. The CTs are back in the driving seat, and we are closing in on the end of this first half on the second map. And the money is still not looking good for any of the two teams. A FAMAS still for NKJ. Na'Vi with 2 pistols, 1 P250 and a Tech 9 for Seized and Guardian. Ukrainians are either making it now or never. They want to have another round. They can definitely play with that. If they give up the 2 remaining rounds, it would still be a good halftime score for them. So they figured, why not go all in this one? If we win it, we could actually make it 9-6, and it would be a great halftime score. If we lose it, we still have another shot at the last round. Dennis is next with the first rates for the CTs, but Edward answers with his Galil. Puts down 2. Then all of the rifles get disposed of by Na'Vi. Seized and Guardian are the 2 men standing on the bomb site. Seized picks up an AK, but Speedy has everything covered. He not only takes out Guardian, but also Seized. And they will make it 7-7. Now let's see how much money Na'Vi has. They can actually squeeze out something like a buy. You could make it look like an AWP and an AK, even though they only have scouts and Galils. At least some rifles to work with, and Guardian is not necessarily a weak scout player as well. He just showed us that he's able to tag next down to 58. Makes it a little bit easier to take down the terrorists over there. Another hit onto Dennis by Guardian through middle. Na'Vi sense that they are still not out of this half. They can still pick up one more round. They're trying to work through middle to achieve that goal. Now next down to 9. He was down to 52. He's weakened and weakened, even weakener, but Speedy is there to weaken the terrorists. Advance into middle, takes down 2 before being traded. And Seized has a hard time, but gets out on top of that frag onto next, making it a 3v2 now. Edward was on the doorstep of the B bomb set. Dennis just quickly turned around, took him out in a swift motion, and Seized is the last man in this last round of the first half in the second map. Seized is inching forward, and there it is. Dennis with a good headshot there. That small click was all it was needed. All that was needed. 15 frags for Dennis, 11 for Speedy, and Dennis is really on a roll today. Next, not so much, but he can make up for that on the second half. We have 13 frags for Seized and 12 for Guardian. Now Guardian has found his shape after a weak performance on Mirage with only 2 frags or something like that. He's now back on track, and Na'Vi definitely need him and his AWP on the CT side. Penta already on the B bomb side. They got the first frag, then Seized puts a temporary stop to the push before being taken out by NKJ. 3v4. NKJ down to 5 HP, but that won't actually matter too much. He got the information that there's one coming from B tunnels, even though he went down to Zeus. The terrorists can now counteract that position. Zeus still gets one out of that 2v1 facing off situation. Flamey on the doorstep of the B bomb site. The bomb still not planted. Penta tries to get into a 2v1 situation. And Speedy, I thought it was Speedy, but it was Crystal taking out Flamey. Speedy follows it up with a frag onto Guardian, and Penta win the pistol round on the terrorist side. They are quite good on the pistols. I have to admit, Mirage was probably also as decisive as it was because Penta won both pistol rounds. Now, Speedy with the scout already tagged down to 35. Dennis down to 17 as well. Next steps in, those steps up at the same time as stepping it. And Seized takes out Speedy, who's still on the peak, and he knew that he was weakened. He knew that there was a scout on the CTs. He could have changed his position a little bit or tried to use the scout somewhere else. Like that, he gave an easy frag to the CTs. Next will not make it easy to take him down with a headshot onto Zeus. He just goes down kicking and screaming before Flamey was there with the Seized at 75. Now Seized with a jumping scout, abusing the position in the hole in the wall at the B bomb site, taking on Crystal. 3v2, Edward with a headshot onto NKJ, and Dennis is the last man with 17 HP. He didn't lose a single HP in the remainder of the round, but he did lose it straight on the start. Now he needs to make it work, or just try to save. I don't think he's going to save, though. Oh, well, yeah, the bomb is lost, and Edward and Flamey have it covered, so as long as the CTs don't know that Dennis is around the A bomb site, I think that he's fairly safe and he could actually go for the save, and he doesn't actually need to push anywhere anymore. Even though he's looking away, he's pretty careful right now. Shouldn't be in danger too much. Now Flamey is on a long. The time will run out. Flamey doesn't dare to peek any further. And Dennis will hold on to the AK. Some money taken over to the next round, but look at it. The terrorists can't purchase anything. They have 1.6k on NKJ, 2k for Nex. He goes for the reinforcement. Penta want to stay on the road at least. Even if they lose momentum, even if they lose speed, they at least want to stay on the road and not park, you know what I mean? With 3 Tech 9s, they try to maintain that speed. And Crystal with the P250 holding the steering wheel as clutch as possible. They're pushing into middle, into the crosshair of Guardian and Edward. Edward with one, then a second one, and the pistol is actually stronger than his rifle. He takes out 3 terrorists. Guardian was in there with a grenade kill, I believe, and Dennis is the last man standing. He was the last man for so many rounds already. And luckily for him, he was in the smoke. Not for long though. Edward with a quad kill. 9-9. We are back in the game. Now Penta on the full save. Their previous investment didn't necessarily pay off. Well, it completely didn't pay off. It was a complete waste of money and resources and time as well. They had that kind of idea to overwhelm the middle defenders with their Tech 9s and all that, and send Dennis in to the B bomb site from B tunnels, but the timing was didn't. Oh, Guardian with a double shot onto Nex and NKJ. That was nice to see. As I was trying to find a way of putting my thoughts into words, Zeus and company are just taking care of this anti-eco round. I thought that the timing wasn't actually the thing that made them fail, because all their players ran into middle at the same time. But I believe that the whole strategy approach was the wrong to take. I think those 4 members in the middle is always... If you have weapons and grenades and all that, it's possible to do it, and it's a good strategy in my opinion. But if you don't have those nades to smoke off CT spawn and to flash your way in, to poke in there, deal some damage with HE grenades and all that, I don't necessarily think that you could run into a crossfire of pro players and think that you come out on top of it. Even if you're in a 4v2 situation like Penta was. I still don't think it's going to happen, and sometimes you might get lucky. Penta was probably not expecting too much of this round anyway. Now let's stay with this rifle round, as Crystal has a Tech 9. The rest of the squad went for the Galils and AKs. And V with the AWP on Guardian, the default rifles on everyone else, except for Flamey, who's got an AK. And he is really good with that AKs. Some pro players like to pick up the M4A1 if they are terrorists, but only a very few players want to do that. Guardian now picks up Nex on a short. Zeus helps him out to stay alive, but Dennis takes out Flamey. Now Guardian is still on the car, fighting his way out of this round. Despite his low HP, he got 2 more frags. And Penta was not able to get their A strategy going. This time the timing was a little off. They allowed Guardian to first take care of A short, then he conveniently turned away and took care of A long. If they had timed it perfectly or better, Guardian would have been pushed, or at least he would have needed to take either one or the other. You know, either long or short. And he would have probably gone for short, which allowed the players on long to take him out straight after that shot. Penta with another save round. Tech 9s across the board, except for Crystal with the P250. Flamey with the first one onto Speedy. And Guardian with a good shot onto Dennis. Just hops on the occasion, takes him out, sees, helps Edward to stay alive. But just for a second, Nex has his number. And Edward will be fuming on that Tech 9 headshot. Crystal is still alive on a shot. He takes down one at least. And then he's pushed from the side by Flamey. 12-9. Na'Vi are in a good position to close it out right now. They are on the CT side. They have the money to work with. And they have a 3-round lead. So Penta needs to pick up quite a few rounds in a row to make Na'Vi sweat right now. And Na'Vi still have the double AWP setup that they could go for if they want to switch their positions up a little bit. Dennis and Crystal are doing what I just talked about with that double AWP setup, but Dennis is looking the whole different directions. He's popped up below his crosshair and put a bullet to his head, quickly taking care of him. 5v4 now in favor of the CTs, and they use that man advantage to find out where the terrorists are going. They can kind of expend that one player to get information, and that's what Na'Vi did for a short second. They pushed C's up into B tunnels, and now they have smoked it off and decided to pull their players into middle to take care of any possible pushes in that part of the map. Now Nex is on the other side of the door. On the other one, it is Zeus. And Zeus just waits for Nex to make his move onto the Xbox, trying to push up onto short. And Nex just waits for the CTs to get the rotation going and do the same, basically. There is Zeus. He was the least patient, and Nex gets a frag. Now middle is under control. The terrorists are pushing into the A bomb site. They take care of Flamey together. Flamey didn't even know who to shoot at, and Guardian is still standing on A short. He defends himself from being pushed in the back with that kill onto Nex. And he's going for those hopping shots. Finds a headshot onto NKJ. 3v2 thanks to Guardian, and Caesar still on the A bomb site. The Guardian pushing further, taking out Speedy. Crystal is still on A long, and he defends himself with a double kill onto Edward, and Guardian and a third one onto Seized. What a performance by Crystal. I said that it's weird that they switched Crystal and Dennis being the main AWP player for the previous few rounds. But now it's Crystal with that triple kill, pulling it back, and he feels confident again with his scope. He stays with the AWP, and he wants to take it to the B bomb site to take down the first B defender with it. And, well, what? No, I watched the other play. It was Dennis and Nex. In the meantime, Speedy took care of Zeus. And Penta are back in the game. They showed Na'Vi that they are never to be underestimated. Especially Crystal did it with this triple kill to save the day, basically. If Penta hadn't won that round, Na'Vi would have gone up 13-9, and it would have been a huge lead for the Ukrainian squad. Now Seized is pushing into the B tunnels, checks that out, goes for the information, finds himself the first terrorist target, and quickly retreats into the deeper parts of the B bomb site, giving it up to the terrorists again. He lost too much HP. There's no reason going in for another fight, trying to be the hero or something like that. Sees plays it like he should, and he stays back, leaving the terrorists alone for now. And that allows Penta to rotate back to the A bomb site. They have A short captured with 3 players. They have one at the exit of A long who's pushing in together. Well, not together. He's pushing in alone. NKJ is there. And the first CTs are going down there. Seas goes down. Flamey goes down. Seas and Guardian are so low on HP. NKJ and Speedy mop up those frags. Seas is the last man on the B bomb site. And he's opposed by 2 terrorists. Just trying to stay alive for now. His presence is known. The terrorists can adjust their positions perfectly. Speedy is on top of the A platform. NKJ is hiding away in A long. And Seas now knows where NKJ is. Speedy just needs to hide away. There's no reason of peeking it. He could risk the round if he allows Speedy, if he allows Seas to get in there. And now the round should be over. Speedy is just playing with Seas right now. Penta will make it 12-11, closing in on the CTs, forcing them to save. It is a real roller coaster right now. Those that massive winning streak by Na'Vi after they got that upset in the second round, and now the Terrorists are back in the game. Good halftime score of 8-7 for Na'Vi actually favors them, but Penta just showed that they are capable of doing something similar to the CTs. Now Na'Vi is going for a middle stack. They have 4 players over there trying to catch the Terrorists off guard a little bit. Pushing further is Zeus with that CZ75. The rest of the squad is encircling Speedy, and he is not aware of that. Quick reaction though onto Zeus. What a great shot by Speedy. Can he do it another time? No, he messes up the spray after losing control, and Flamey takes him down with the CZ75. Now Flamey gets disposed of by Dennis with a good spray slash nade combination, and the Terrorists are in control of this round. Even though Edward got himself an AK, he will probably not be able to do too much damage to the Terrorists anymore. And Crystal takes out Guardian in middle, and Penta will plant the bomb over there. I don't know why NKJ... Oh well, he just threw that away basically. He didn't even care about that decoy nade. He doesn't need it either. So why not fancily throw it on the A bomb site. Edward will try to hold on to that AK. And the Terrorists are on the hunt right now. Exiting through a long. Actually, not overcommitting there. They stay away from a long. They don't want to risk running out there, running into Edward from different directions, something like that. Could be dangerous for their own economy, and they want to hold on to their rifles rather than taking out Edward's AK, which they think it's just a small benefit for the CTs. Nothing that they can, you know, they save some money, but who cares about money if you're on the terrorist side, right? 12-12. Penta back in the game, and now they are really back in the game. Na'Vi can't afford to lose this round, otherwise it would be on a possible double save even, depending on how many rifles they save from this round. And they go for the aggressive setup. Edward and Guardian are there in the lower tunnels. Speedy already firing away. Edward takes him out straight away. Good headshot, but Edward is denied to get back into the hands of his teammates. And next takes out Guardian. So this actually turned away from Na'Vi thanks to Zeus, who draws it back to a 3v3. They are still in the round. And that frag for or by Zeus was the one that was much needed by the CTs. If he hadn't got that kill, I think that Penta would have quickly executed somewhere. Now, Seas is in the back of the terrorists already as Dennis takes out Flamey and Zeus. He was in the back of the CTs. Now Seas is up against 3 terrorists and he's on the B bomb site. Didn't know or doesn't know that there are people on the other side of this wall. And even though he takes out Nex, NKJ is there to regain control and win the round for Penta. 13-12. It was basically over when Na'Vi went for this middle push, or not push but aggressive positions in B lower tunnels, and when Edward wasn't allowed to get back, then Guardian failed to pick up a frag, so he was not making the difference either. Now the CT is on a force by Famasis and AWP for Guardian, but almost no nades. And Nex plans to bomb on the boxes. Old school style there. Nex and Speedy against the 3 CTs. Na'Vi still have a decent shot at making it 13-13 again. They just need to have the right timing on Zeus's push. Zeus is waiting and waiting. The CTs are already in there. Speedy draws away, but Nex saves his life. Speedy saves Nex's life. It's a 1v2 situation, and Guardian is running away to save his gun. Oh, that was so good by Penta to actually have the timing and have the trust in each other. Speedy turned away to cover Nex, and Nex covered Speedy from middle. And, well, even though Speedy blew up to the bomb, Penta will be happy to have that round on the board. A 3v2 on the B bomb side is not necessarily easy to defend yourself from. 14-12. Penta need 2 more rounds to make it happen and upset Na'Vi in a 2-0 fashion. P90 for Speedy, AWP for Nex right now. And Na'Vi with another 4 spy. The loser bonus kicks in right now. It helps them purchase those weapons. 2 FAMASs for C's and Suze. Edward with the first kill, a double kill on the B bomb side. Edward goes down to Dennis. 3v4. The CT still in control of the B bomb side. Crystal blows C, stop those. Suze makes up for that, makes it a 2v3 again. The CTs are swarming into the bomb site, and so is Penta. Crystal with the P90, he finds himself another one, and next is both off guard in the P90 of Crystal, which is hose down the last player and makes it 15-12. Crystal with the P90 changing this round in favor of Penta. Now they have 3 match points against Na'Vi, who are basically the favorites in this exchange, in this matchup. Now let's take a look at the scoreboard. 24 frags for Guardian, 22 for Seized. And Speedy with the leg shot onto Flamey. 24 for Dennis. And Suze needs some time. He actually jumps to, or well, it was not purposely, to give Nex another chance to shoot at him. Sees then puts Nex down, and Edward takes care of Dennis. 2v4 situation now. Na'Vi tries to stay alive in this game against Crystal and Speedy. Crystal pushes into B tunnels together with Speedy. Speedy is just a few steps behind him. And the B bomb site gets reinforced by Na'Vi. They have checked out A short already. They know there's nobody in middle, so they can kind of guess that it's going to be a B push. Look at Guardian's position right now. He's in the back, basically unknown position, but Krista turns away, turns around in the right direction. In the meantime, Speedy takes out Edward, and now Krista slipped through the CTs, Rose, and takes down C's. Then Guardian through the smoke takes him out and makes it a 2v1 again. Speedy on the bomb side though will try to plant the bomb. He knows that as soon as he plants it, there will be CT push happening, and Guardian doesn't let him get away with it. 15-13. 2 rounds left for Na'Vi to get to the overtime. It would be MR3 max money 16k, and it is my favorite kind of overtime to cast, because there is actually some meta game coming up and not only the MR3. Well, let's rush 3 times in a row and see where this is going kind of playing style. Suze and Guardian together open up the round in favor of the CTs in his anti-eco. The Tech 9s can't actually fire too many shots, and the distance between them and the Tech 9s will help the CTs to stay alive. Crystal takes out Suze in a close quarter combat, and he's still kicking, but Guardian with a triple kill will swiftly take him out and make it 15-14. Now Na'Vi only needs 1 more round, and Penta could end this game. They have 1 more chance to make it happen. They have the rifles. They juggle around a few AKs and a Galil, and they end up with a full rifle buy, opposed by Na'Vi's FAMAS and AWP rifle combination. Penta lines it up on the B bomb site to start off with. They have 4 players over there in tunnels. 1 on top of middle. It's NKJ to hold on to too long, and now his teammates are coming back into middle. Dennis tries, or well, he takes a peek into middle, and Edward will be there together with Suze. Edward with the first, taking out next. Suze with a second onto Dennis. Good turn, turn peeking into middle and fall back into default positions. Edward is on the B bomb side right now together with C's, and Suze fell back into CT spawn to have a more defensive position in case the terrorists would still go for the middle push. Penta still has 3 players alive, so they could still make it back into this round. Flamey with a flash grenade. Good job. Taking out one, then taking out another one. Speedy was occupied, firing away onto Guardian. 1v4. Crystal is burning alive right now, but he made it onto the other side of the flames. He went through hell to get to heaven, where Flamey is gladly sending him. And 15-15. Na'Vi are able to prolong this game. And 29 frags for Guardian, 23 for Seas and Edward. Zeus is hanging behind a little bit, but I think games like that put a strain on the in-game leaders' minds. And on the other side we have 24 for Dennis and 22 for Speedy. So next, not doing as good as I would usually want him to see, and usually I see him as good as he is. This time around, he doesn't find as many frags, but Penta is still in the game, so there's not much to worry about. Right now, it's basically a new start to the game. Two AWPs in play right now, Crystal and Guardian. And Crystal could catch Seized in middle. And the CTs are going for that double push. They used it in this matchup already. At that time it was Speedy, or I think it was Dennis, to shoot both of them. Now it's Crystal to open up onto Edward after Flamey took out Dennis. So it's a 4v4 again. The CTs are weakened on the B bomb side. However, they need to pull one back in there, or just give that bomb site up and leave that teammate up for grabs. Seas though tries to put a stop to the terrorist push. He hides away as well. And he flames Crystal down to death. 3-2. He's still alive with 3 HP in CT spawn. And the terrorists are on the verge of recapturing middle. Now they reconsider their strategy and are going for the A approach. They only have 20 seconds left, so they really need to hurry up. And they're kind of main focus is just planting the bomb right now, which will be denied by Seas, taking out the bomb carrier. 16-15 right now. Na'Vi winning that first CT overtime round will give them some confidence and will help them maintain the economy. As I said before, MR3 has quite some meta game going on with with the possibility of saving maybe even more than one round. You start thinking about saving rifles and stuff like that, which sometimes doesn't even happen in MR3 games. So, in my opinion, the MR5 is strategically more demanding strategically, and I think easier and better to watch at the same time. Crystal and Dennis with the double AWP. Dennis already down to 59 HP. Flamey angles himself nicely to avoid that flash grenade. And now NKJ opens up. Good headshot onto Guardian. He's really doing a good job right now. NKJ, despite being the new guy in the lineup, puts down Flamey, and he plays legends like Zeus and Edward. So in my opinion, the respect should be quite high. Crystal has some hard time taking Zeus out, but somehow Zeus was not able to take him out either. Sees making it a 2v1 again with the frag onto next. Takes a nade to take down Crystal to 22 HP. And Crystal, he is 1 in A long. He knows that Seas is close by, and Seas just keeps spraying through that smoke while hopping up and down, and finally picks up the frag against Crystal. And that was safe play by Na'Vi, using Seas' rifle to put the pressure onto Crystal and have Edward encircle him. In the meantime, if Seas hadn't gotten that frag, Edward would have been there. So 17-15. 4 more rounds remaining in this overtime. Penta don't seem like they have a recipe to overcome the Na'Vi's defense right now. They did quite well in the regular playing time, but failed to close the game out with, I believe, 3 match points. A Guardian with a flick shot onto Crystal opening up. That would make it even better for Na'Vi. Next is down to 32 HP as well. Now Speedy down to 4. Zeus takes Next out. It's a 3v5 situation already. And as I said, Speedy is almost dead already. The terrorists in middle. Together they will try to make something happen from that. from that position. Good pop flash to get Dennis into middle. He retreats now, smoking off the CT spawn. And Penta takes care of every single angle. They even take care of A short right now. And Speedy opens up onto Edward. They just forgot about A long, which they couldn't possibly cover. Zeus with the frag, and Speedy takes out Flamey. NKJ takes the time against Zeus to reset his recoil and gets the headshot onto Zeus. Great play by NKJ to actually have the balls to stop firing as long as he did. Now it's a 1v2. Guardian with the AWP moving in, getting that frag, and NKJ comes out on top of that. Is the hero of this round and keeps Penta in the game. 17-16 right now. Well, 1 or 2 rounds are more or less the standard that you would expect on MR5. Maybe, yeah, 1 round is mandatory, and 2 would be possible. Now Guardian with the first one onto Crystal. He just dominates the map right now. He has everything under control, even though he wasn't able to clutch the 1v2 situation in the round before. He made it close. And now he got another opening frag for his squad. Penta, though, with full force, push into middle. NKJ didn't actually stop for a second. And in the end, he was punished for that. Edward tries to close the door in middle, and he does that onto next. 5v2, 5v1. Dennis is the last man standing. Edward is back again, and together with Seized, he takes it for Na'Vi. 18-16 now. Quick round. Penta was speeding it up a little bit. They tried to catch Na'Vi off guard and not let them get into their comfort zone. Didn't want to let them pick up the first frag to, you know, have the rotationary advantage, have that kind of relaxing momentum where you have 2 players at B and 3 at A, and you don't need to worry because the terrorists only have 4 players, or maybe even 3. So Penta tried to keep the CTs from reaching that moment by being faster, but it didn't work out, so now they are slowing down again, and they're trying the luck on A short with 4 players lined up with that. Crystal with the bomb on his back. He's got next to take cover of B tunnels. And the CTs kind of have or had the right idea. Now they are back in B bomb site. Edward is just asking if there's anything on the A bomb site. Please let me know, because I want to rotate as fast as possible. And now he's on the rotation, not quite on the rotation. Zeus takes down Dennis. The terrorists still haven't committed to any bomb site, and now they're executing onto middle. So if Edward had rotated, would be the misplay of the day. NKJ though with 1 and quickly trading back to a 3v2, now at 1v3. Thanks to C's at 75. Chris is the last man standing. He takes down 1. Fires off another shot. Oh, now he gets caught with the nade in his hand. And goes down to C's. Good overtime by C's. 4 kills in this round. And so important to pick up those 4 kills in this round. Otherwise, the terrorists would have simply overrun the B bomb site and could have planted, could have won the whole round and made it 18-17, which is quite close on an overtime score. Now let's see what Na'Vi is able to do in their own terrorist side. They have 5 rounds to win 2. If they win 1, they are saved for the second overtime. If they can't make it happen, we would move forward to another overtime. Double AWP for the CT straight away. They are not wasting any time. They want to have it right here, right now, and they want to have the possibility to maintain the double AWP setup as long as possible until one of them gets taken out, probably. Crystal and Dennis are the guys. Crystal on B, Dennis in middle, and he already faces off a few terrorists there. Quite some opposition to work against, and he maintained control with a smoke and a grenade. Now Na'Vi uses the good angle to get onto A short. They have 2 players around there. Dennis still didn't spot anyone, and he loses his patience. Gets back to the B bomb set to help his teammate out a little bit. Now they will actually switch positions completely. Dennis takes the B bomb site, and next is the guy to cover middle. And he didn't spot anyone yet because Na'Vi is lining up the A execution. They have 2 players in short and 2 on long. NKJ, will he step it up? No, Flamey avoided being flashed and took NKJ down on the peak. Speedy makes up for that, makes it a 4v4 again, but Chris is down to 4 HP already. Edward takes him out and makes it a 4v3. Now a 2v4 in favor of Na'Vi thanks to C's kill on the A platform. Nex and Dennis on the rotation. They have that AWP. Dennis uses it but gets disposed of by C's in turn. And what a great overtime performance by C's, picking up 3 kills in this one, taking Na'Vi to match point, and they have 4 match points right now. Good position to be in for the terrorists. They just need to take it home and grind out those rounds. No, that 1 round in the remaining 5. Seized with the autoscope, takes out Nex through the door on the cross, weakens the B bomb site, makes the CTs have at least 1 player in middle to be able to rotate to B in case of an attack, and forces them to gain information. It will be Dennis to pick up that information, and he doesn't even pick up the information but also a frag onto C's. The 2 AWPs already put to good use by Penta Sports, with Crystal and Dennis taking it back into the CT's favor, 4v3. Na'Vi not yet home. They still have a few more opposition to work with, and I don't know why Flamey ran into that with a pistol out, but Zeus was able to get the refrag, at least makes it a 2v3. And the CTs are already in position. They have both AWPs on a long. It's kind of, yeah, well, I don't know. It's like a fortification. Dennis and Crystal, like a destroyer ship, a battleship with those 2 guns, you know, those 3 barrels on top of each other. That's what battleships look like, and Crystal and Dennis are that battleship right now. They picked up 3 of the 4 frags in this round in favor of their squad, and they leave Zeus scratching his head, thinking about what to do right now, and he tries to save the AWP to not run into any economical trouble in the later stages of this overtime.
Counter-terrorists win.
So 20-17, another match point for Na'Vi. They have 3 more to waste, then it would be another overtime. 38 frags for C's, 32 for Guardian, who just got killed by Dennis. First, or was it the first time? I don't know. I think it was one of the first times that Guardian got killed in middle. And now Na'Vi, oh, good job there by Crystal, taking out Zeus as well, making it a 3v5 in favor of the CTs. And Na'Vi lose another member, but C's is still standing with his AK. He's on a double kill, not getting more though. Edward is the last man standing. He takes out Nex in an awkward position, and Crystal is there once again. The battleship rings in. 18-20, 2 more rounds to go for Penta to take it to another overtime against Na'Vi and pick up 6 points for the league today. Maybe Na'Vi will be able to pick up 9 points today. They already got 6 points in a match against Dignitas. Seems like an age ago. And they picked up a 16-2 win and a 16-11 on Mirage and dust2. Inferno and dust2, I'm sorry. Now Na'Vi on the B bomb side. They have 4 players lined up on there. Only NKJ is around, and he has that M4A4. At least he's got 30 bullets, but 30 bullets to waste. One of them goes to waste and takes the headshot against C's. Has an 8 in his hands though against the push of Edward. Good timing for Edward and bad timing for NKJ. He could have done more damage if he had a rifle. 4v3 now in favor of Na'Vi. They have planted a bomb already. Penta don't have anyone in B tunnels, and it's a crucial position to take care of if you want to retake. Guardian does deny the retake straight away with a double kill through the smoke. Crystal missing a crucial frag against Edward, and Na'Vi will make it 1-1 in the best of 2, and your skins will get returned. No, sorry. Completely wrong.